Hello, wrestling fans. Welcome to the very first episode of the Smark Remarks. I'm Drew. That's Steve. Steve, how you doing today, man?
I am fantastic. I am super pumped. Wrestling
Yeah,
is gonna be fantastic for the next month.
it is. It is. Well, welcome again to the very first episode of the Smark Remarks. Today, we're going to be going over this Sunday's AEW pay-per-view, Revolution, headlined by the AEW World Championship match between Hangman Adam Page and Adam Cole. But before we get to that, let's just go right down the card. Now, again, looking at the Wikipedia stuff right now.
Yep, same.
Yeah, just making sure. Again, this could change on Rampage tomorrow. I don't know. I don't remember this match being called, but apparently the first match on the card is Hook versus QT Marshall.
I know. I honestly don't remember. Maybe they mentioned it on
Maybe they
Rampage, or
mentioned
maybe they
that,
will.
but this is Hook's first pay-per-view match, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised it actually gets on the pay-per-view too.
Yeah, I didn't even know that this was on it. I saw it. I'm just, what? When did that happen?
That's cool with me.
How long is this match gonna last?
Under 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Probably less. Yeah,
Murder
probably
him?
like 7 or 8.
Yeah, Hook is just going to
We're all
completely.
hookers.
Yeah, we're all hookers here. Send Hook, bro. I almost got a Send Hook shirt. It was gonna be great, but picked up a couple of their shirts instead. Yeah, there's that. The next match that doesn't have a lot. Well, the story going into that is that QT Marshall basically trained Hook.
Yeah.
Hook has his son and everything, but QT Marshall basically trained Hook. So now, I guess his first pay-per-view match is against his teacher, which is a great match to start out on.
Yeah, Hook has seriously gained a ton of traction, and he's really only wrestled on Rampage, to my knowledge. So that is, to me, is just crazy that this dude is gonna get a chance.
That's got to be the first match because the crowd is going to be so hot to start that.
Oh yeah, it's just a nice match just to start a fantastic pay-per-view. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, the next match, and the next match on the card I see is Mommy Statlander herself, Chris Statlander, against. Oh, I messed up my camera there. Against legit Layla Hirsch. This should be interesting.
Yeah, Layla's pretty good. Between her and Chris, I think that's a good match, a good non-title women's match. I think that'll put them. Whoever wins, I think, is probably going to be in contention for the next title match, and that'll probably be the next pay-per-view. So I guess that maybe Double or Nothing or whatever's next.
Yeah, definitely. It'll definitely be the next championship match, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you won't expect any one of them to win it, but it'll be a nice kind of showing for them. Hopefully this match is good. I'm mixed between if this match is going to be good or not, because both of them are solid workers, but sometimes it can be on or off for both of them. And the next match we're going to talk about, Jade Cargill versus Tay Conti.
And honestly,
championship match.
Jade has really stepped it up. I've seen a lot of her matches. She's gotten a lot better in the ring. I love, like, her persona is just cool, where she just comes in, she just like kicks somebody's ass and then leaves, and you're like, all right.
and she looks the part too. Like, you look at her and you're like, oh yeah, she could kick
cut
most people.
Ass. And then you got Tay Conti, who's really trying to. Her pairing with Anna Jay has, I think, elevated her to that next level. And I think this minor feud. This is a relatively new story. They started this like 2-3 weeks ago, which is really short. But I think seriously that like this is gonna be a fun match for the TBS championship. Yeah, I'm pumped for that one. That is gonna be an interesting match.
Yeah, it should be. It should be, and they're both good workers too. Like you said, Jade has really improved since she started. Also, Conti is such a great bumper that she'll sell amazing for all the moves that Jade does.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah, definitely. The next match up, we have the AHFO, which consists of Andrade, Isaiah Cassidy, and Matt Hardy versus Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Sting in a 6-man tornado tag team match.
And honestly, on paper, it sounds like a weird match. Like, it's weird to think Andrade is going to be teaming up with Matt Hardy, and then against Darby, Sammy, and Sting. Like, I don't know why. It feels like a weird match, but they have been feuding for a little while, and I think this is just another opportunity for us to see Sting wrestle, which I love at this point. And you know, I think his pairing with Darby is still fantastic. So this is going to be a weird match. I don't really know how I feel about it. It might come like the day of Revolution. I'm gonna have to sit down and think about it.
Yeah, it is like you're saying. It is a really weird match. The names together, you wouldn't really think of as a match, but again, all those names individually are amazing wrestlers. Like Andrade's amazing, Cassidy's amazing, Matt Hardy's Matt Hardy, Darby Allin's great, Sammy Guevara's great, Sting is amazing. Like it should be a good match, despite how weird the pairing thinks.
Easily.
You think Jeff Hardy shows up?
That if maybe they're about to win, and maybe Darby's about to do the coffin drop, and the lights go out, and like maybe what if they throw up Jeff Hardy's TNA music?
Ooh.
They'll probably do one of his songs from his band because it'll be an easy licensing problem.
Oh yeah.
But like it'll hit, and maybe he's got like the paint. Maybe he comes out, it's pitch black, and all you see is the face paint on the stage, and then the lights come on, and he's just standing there. And Tony Schiavone, it's Jeff Hardy.
Schiavone just loses his mind.
He starts screaming, just shouting.
JR, oh my God.
My God Almighty, he's here.
Yeah, the Hardy Bros in AEW is just gonna be.
I think it's inevitable, but that would be. Oh my God, I will scream if that happens.
Yeah, Matt Hardy also has been like, well, I guess the entire run, but especially now, has been really teasing the Elite verse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it would be cool if Jeff came in as Brother Nero and we get some.
I hope we're not being worked, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, some of those cinematic matches would be pretty cool. Like Sting did great. Sting and Darby Allin did great in that cinematic match. I don't remember what the pay-per-view was.
Yeah, I think I forget what the pay-per-view was too, but it was like Brian Cage. I think it was it Ricky or Will Hobbs? I think it was one of them.
Yeah, one of them. But that was a solid cinematic match. And with Matt Hardy and Jeff and all of them's creativity.
Dude at the Hardy compound? Oh my God. Oh, dude.
Amazing. Bro, a stadium stampede with them. Oh,
Jeff Hardy off the screen, 40 feet up, jumping off the top.
No, Jeff Hardy just climbs the top of the field goal post and jumps off.
Yeah, balances just literally just balances on top of one of the sides of the field goal and just swatons off like 4 times.
Yeah, just amazing. Does like a ricochet, 7.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like a 720 or whatever it is. It just keeps spinning forward until you fucking hit the ground.
Everyone's just looking at their watch. When is he gonna get down here?
Yeah, it'll be great.
It'll be solid. Next match should be fantastic match. The 3-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships between Jurassic Express, Red Dragon, and the Young Bucks. Another great, fantastic tag team match from AEW looks to be coming our way.
This is going to be a super athletic match. Like, it is going to be the most athletic match on the card by far. This is going to be like, this match is going to have so many false finishes, and it's gonna be crazy. You're gonna get super kicks, power bombs. Red Dragon's ready to just whip out all these like martial arts moves, and
I forgot what their move is called. The up down,
something like that. Yeah,
something like that. There's gonna be that. Imagine Luchasaurus taking one of those and he just splats.
That dude, oh my God, he's really athletic, like surprisingly athletic for his size.
Great. I love Luchasaurus. He's athletic and just power bombs everyone, and it's just amazing.
Like 200 I think 70 or 80 pounds. Dude's like 6'5".
Bro, and he's like such a veteran too. He's a veteran in this business 68 million years, bro, because he's a dinosaur.
Yeah, he's been around for he's been around for about
68 million years. Of course he's amazing. Okay, and the next match I'm pumped for. The next match I think is going to be match of the night. If it's not the tag team match, that's Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. I think the first time we're seeing what could have been a WWE matchup in AEW.
Yeah, I think the way, because you think about like when the Shield came in and even when they split, their paths never really connected and crossed with Daniel Bryan. I mean, I know they had a brief trio problem when it was the Wyatt family and the Shield, but real when Daniel Bryan was a part of the Wyatt family for like a couple months, but like strictly one-on-one. I really didn't foresee this being like a wannabe dream match, but the way they built this up, and John Moxley even said like the possibility of them tagging is possible. Like I can't process the fact that these guys could actually be a tag team after this pay-per-view.
Bro, Moxley and Danielson versus the Young Bucks. Give it straight into my veins. Give it.
I want it in my face. I want it here.
Give it, please. But yeah, that's going to be a bomb match. Both of them are so great technically and so violent too. Like,
Daniel Bryan is ruthless. Like those kicks, like you always think like a wrestler's like pulling punches or not kicking hard, but when he's grabbing their arms and he's kicking down and he's stomping on somebody like he did with Daniels, like last night, I was just sitting there, I'm watching the feed. I'm like, oh my God, he's actually kicking these guys. Like
he's actually killing him. But yeah, both of them like emphasis on Japanese like strong style stuff.
Oh yeah,
they put everything. I'm honestly surprised this isn't like a no DQ or like a hardcore match or something, because that would be.
It'll be an old wrestling match.
An old wrestling match, just lock up instead of just taking out chairs. But it's going to be a good match regardless. Again, I think it's going to be match of the night.
Honestly, I hadn't considered that. I figured Punk and MJF would be, but yeah, that match could very well take it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to that. But next we have all these matches. Let's be honest, it's an AEW pay-per-view. All of them are going to be good matches.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, we'll say it until we're blue in the face, but yeah, effectively all the matches are going to be really good.
But next should be a pretty good match. Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston, a real war of words on the past Dynamite, some scathing promos.
I just love that. I just love that Chris Jericho it felt so real where he's like saying, if you win, I will acknowledge you, I will give you respect and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's good. He's got a point. But his whole buildup for this feud, this entirety of it, like everything that's happened on AEW, it's just, you're not good enough. You're a nobody, and you're afraid to succeed. And I'm just like sitting there like, and he's cutting his promos perfectly. And I'm like listening to it carefully. I'm watching it. And like the dude ain't stumbling. He's not stuttering. He knows exactly what he's going to say and how he's going to say it. And Eddie Kingston, as good as he is, can't help but just eat it and say like, damn it. I can't disagree because, Jericho's been the star for 30 years and I'm this guy who's on the independent scene, and only until AEW kicked up did you become like a household name.
Yeah. And I love the threat, like through a lot of the stories that AEW tells, the little threads they throw in about Eddie Kingston's like mental health issues and how sometimes if he's basically being sort of gaslit, like Chris Jericho is doing to him, he sort of takes it into consideration when
facts.
Well, he's a fantastic wrestler, Also, the threads of this basically being what Jericho was told when he was in WCW, that you're too small, you're not good enough. So little threads in there, just the story is being eaten up.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely should be a good match too, because they're both solid workers.
Yeah. I don't know how long it'll go. I would say maybe like 10 to 12 minutes.
They just bust out a 30-minute classic.
Yeah, I'm waiting for like an Iron Man match, like 45 minutes. Like, just take the first half hour.
Great. Next is a match I'm pretty pumped for, and one of the contestants will be decided tomorrow on Rampage. It's going to be in the Face of the Revolution ladder match for a future AEW TNT Championship match. Keith Lee, Orange Cassidy, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Wardlow, and either Christian Cage or Ethan Page.
And again, this is another match where we really haven't seen Keith Lee wrestle yet in AEW, right?
Yeah.
Cassidy's been around with Best Friends and Statlander, so he's still maintained his presence. Hobbs and Starks are just they're just assholes, and like I love it. Like I just love how like annoying they are and like how aggressive they are in like the dumbest way. Wardlow, super popular. Dude if he wins this, he could very well be like a legit main event guy.
Oh yeah.
It'll be cool though. I think Christian will probably win tomorrow, so he'll probably go into it. But Obviously he knows a thing or two about ladder matches.
A little bit. He knows a thing.
A little bit.
But yeah, I'm gonna say what my favorite part of this match is. It's gonna be big, meaty men slapping man meat. Just the big guys: Keith Lee, Powerhouse Hobbs, Wardlow. I hope Wardlow powerbombs someone off the top of the ladder.
He has to, right?
Imagine. I just thought of this. Imagine like Wardlow powerbombing or Keith Lee powerbombing like Wardlow off the top of a ladder.
See, that would be a good if they were to build this up a little more and put this at the end of the match. Could you imagine if like Wardlow powerbombs Keith Lee and the ring fucking implodes a little? Like it dents in where Keith Lee fucking slams. Yeah. Could you imagine like
the pop, bro?
I can't imagine how electric that would just be. Oh my god.
And then like Orange Cassidy's just standing off on the side and slides in, just like, oh no.
And he's just doing the thing. And just like, bro, yep.
I hope I think it was the first Face of the Revolution ladder match where one of the spots is just Cassidy in the middle of the ring, just
Yep.
I loved that spot so much. So I hope they go to that again.
I just love the hands going up and then they go down into the pockets.
Yeah.
That's like, and then the fake kicks. It's just like, all right.
Bro, well, I hope, has he done that to? I don't think he's done that to Wardlow again. I'd love to see him do that to Wardlow or Keith Lee.
Same.
But yeah, that's going to be I can't say all of these are going to be good matches, but this is going to be very different from like your normal ladder match too, because
a lot of big guys.
Like between Ricky Starks, Orange Cassidy, and probably Christian Cage, none of them are really, you don't really think of them as high flyers.
Yeah, I mean, you got like Keith Lee's got the potential. Right, like he's got the athleticism to do it. But between Keith Lee, Hobbs, and Wardlow, you're like, these are pretty big guys. Yeah. Like to be climbing ladders and maybe falling off or jumping off, you're like, it's a little not traditional.
Yeah, and you don't get a lot of those in ladder matches. It's usually these small, high flying guys, but you got these big, beefy men just like slamming everyone in the ring, slamming ladders on top of each other. I want to see one of them go through a ladder.
Somebody's definitely going through a ladder.
One of the bigger guys, or going through like 2 or 3, since they're so big and like the energy they create, just going through a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
And then the next match for the AEW Women's World Championship, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Thunder Rosa, running back their great unsanctioned match, their great lights out match, except this is actually for the dub. This is actually for the championship. It's going to be.
And I feel like they really should make Thunder Rosa win. I feel like Britt's fantastic, no doubt, but I feel like they can kind of progress the title now. They can kind of evolve like the next title reign and kind of move on a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I think Britt could even do a rematch later.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. I think I'd like to see Rosa take this home.
Yeah, it could go either way, but also, besides Rosa, who there's not really another credible person to take the title, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, unless Jade Cargill loses, I mean, she would be the only one I'd think of.
Yeah, I still don't think she's at the level yet to get a world championship. I think
maybe not right now, but maybe eventually.
Yeah. In the future, maybe Jade Cargill versus Thunder Rosa. That would be solid.
That could work.
Next is the match that everyone's talking about, from the massive promos, you're talking about these promos 20 years in the future type promos. This is going to be in my opinion, this is going to be one of the greatest rivalries in wrestling history when it's all done with. That's CM Punk versus MJF in a dog collar match.
It's just that promo where MJF just comes out and he's all serious and he low blows Punk and busts him open. And then they get the dog collar put around him, and Sean Spears starts pulling on the rope, and he literally hangs CM Punk. And I'm just like watching this, and I'm like,
yeah.
Me and you texted me, and I'm just sitting there watching, and I'm like, I am getting big vibes from Raven getting crucified on ECW television in like 97 or 98. And I'm like, I remember this. The next week, they had to come out and apologize because everybody got offended because it was ridiculously real.
Yeah, big Undertaker hanging, big boss man vibes. It's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I need to say this here. A couple weeks ago when MJF cut that promo about having like ADD and stuff and being looked down upon and all this, I've said this to you before, but we are watching the next great wrestling legend in MJF.
Oh, easily. Yeah, the dude is just like, I don't know how to describe how good he is.
If he's booked correctly and he just soars like he's going on now, he could 100% be a Mount Rushmore wrestler when everything's said and done with.
Yeah,
100%.
he's a terrific wrestler, and his promo ability and his like just on camera, this dude is just everything he says is with vindication, and he's serious, and he's like, he's trying, and he proves that he's better when he's beating people, and he's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's remaining on top, and it's fantastic.
Also, this match might be just a coming out party for MJF's wrestling skills because he is supremely underrated as a wrestler.
I agree.
Just facing CM Punk might be like, wow, this guy can promo, this guy can wrestle.
Oh yeah,
make him our world champion, man. When MJF becomes world champion, it's gonna be great. It's gonna
fantastic. I can't wait.
And then the final match on the card, the headlining match between Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole for the AEW World Championship match. What are you thinking about this one, Steve?
This is going to be an interesting match. See, I feel like Hangman will win, but I really want to see Adam Cole shine. I want to see him. I want a bunch of false finishes. I want Adam Cole to get like so close, and I feel like Red Dragon or the Young Bucks will probably get involved. I was just thinking about something. You know what could happen?
What?
Maybe right before the last finish, lights go out. They come back on. Who's standing in the middle of the ring? Kenny Omega.
That would be.
And he just like picks sides, attacks one of them, and the other one gets the pin or whatever if the ref's not there, and you just get the pin, and then you just created possibly a triple threat match for the next, opportunity. Like that would be probably the greatest thing that could come out of this situation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bro, you just put in my head an Adam Page, Adam Cole, Kenny Omega triple threat. Bro, throw a ladder in there, and it's just. Ooh.
That is going to be incredible. I hope it happens, but
it would be.
Oh my god!
Just and then leading to like Dark Order versus the Elite versus Red Dragon, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Some great stuff coming from AEW. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna run down the card, make our predictions, and then after AEW, when we have our review show, we are gonna crown the very first Smark Mark prediction champion. Let's go down the card. Hook versus QT Marshall. What do you think, Steve?
Hook.
100% Hook. 100%. Statlander versus Layla Hirsch.
This is tough. I'll go Mommy Statlander.
I gotta go Mommy Stat. You always gotta go Mommy Statlander. Next, Jade Cargo versus Tay Conti.
Jade's got to win 100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow, we're going 1-for-1 as of now. The AHFO versus Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Sting.
I guarantee that Darby, Sammy, and Sting win this match. I don't have any doubt in my mind.
Yeah, especially because you can like do Andrade against Matt in the future. Yeah, those.
Oh yeah.
Win too. Jurassic Express. Here's the big one: Jurassic Express versus Red Dragon versus the Young Bucks. Who's taking the World Tag Team Championship?
Wow, this is so hard to pick, man, because Jurassic Express just recently won the titles, but out of all the teams featured in this match, I feel like they're the least likely to win. Like, I'm getting weird vibes. I feel like Red Dragon and the Young Bucks are gonna fight. They're gonna get in each other's way. So I'm gonna take Jurassic Express.
You're gonna take Jurassic Express, okay? See, same thing too. Like, I think Jurassic Express might win, but again, you could easily put the titles on Red Dragon versus the Young Bucks and have them do a feud for the title. But then again, they also don't need a feud for a title. You could also wait till Kenny comes back for the tag team titles and stuff to matter. So I think I'm going to go with Jurassic Express too. First five are the same thing. Let's go on to the next one. Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. We might have different opinions for this one.
This one is weird. I feel like I want Moxley to win, but I feel like Bryan will probably win.
Yeah, you're going to go with Bryan. Well, this is the first one where we have different opinions. I'm going Moxley for this one.
Because that's fair, man. It's like, it's close.
Yeah, it is close. Again, Danielson's a great wrestler. But Moxley is going to just completely murder Bryan Danielson, I think.
It's going to be violent.
And then they'll team up. And everything will be right in the world. Next,
I hope.
This one, I think, is an easy prediction. Jericho versus Kingston.
Probably Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, I think Kingston's going to win this one. Or he'll do good and loss, but I think the story fits Kingston.
Yeah.
Best. So the face of the Revolution ladder match again: Keith Lee, Orange Cassidy, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Wardlow, and Christian Cage or Ethan Page.
Yeah, this is tough.
I'll
I'm
say
gonna.
I'll say mine first. I'm gonna go with Keith Lee only because he just arrived, and I don't think you have him lose something like this. Either
Yeah, I
Keith
would
Lee
say
or Wardlow.
between Keith Lee and Wardlow. So I'll go Wardlow.
Wardlow, solid. Next we have Dr. Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's World Championship.
Although I want DMD to win, I'm gonna take Thunder Rosa.
Again, this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna go Thunder Rosa. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go to retain. I'm gonna go Britt to retain.
Really?
Because also she's so over with the crowd too. I think I'm gonna go Britt to retain.
Okay.
Next, which this one's a really hard one to predict as well. CM Punk versus MJF.
See, I don't know. Like, I feel like if they want to tell the story, probably MJF. This is really tough. I'm gonna have to say MJF.
Yeah, same here. I'm gonna have to go MJF as well because again, MJF giving Punk his first loss. Also, Punk on the revenge tour is they could keep this stringed out too, especially if what I think is going to happen next is going to happen. In the world title match versus Hangman Adam Page and Adam Cole. I think Adam Page is going to go with it, and then it's going to change to MJF at the next pay-per-view. That's what
I think that's probably fair. I mean, I really like Adam Cole, and he's done a really nice job on Rampage. He's had a match, I think, almost every week on Rampage since he's arrived. Yeah. So we've got a good collection of matches, and he's, again, super talented on the mic, good in the ring. But I don't know if he's quite world title material right now.
Yeah, not yet.
So I'm going to go with Adam Page by a slight notch.
Yeah, same here, going with Adam Page. And that is the preview show, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys enjoy Revolution on Sunday. And we will see you guys in the review show. Maybe it'll go up probably Tuesday, depending on when we record it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you guys in the next one on the Smark Remarks. Goodbye.